Hey, how's it going, guys? I feel like it's been a while since we've taken a look at a 30-minute Sisters kit, but today we're going to be checking out here Siana-Amarcia. Really cool design there with sort of like aquatic styling to it, and I think will match very well, of course, with the color scheme. Looks like a cool design. This is one I've actually been looking forward to checking out. I've seen a lot of really great, amazing customs with this kit already, so let's go ahead and check it out here for today's video. All right, so we'll check out the box and the contents here first before we get into the kit, but yeah, the aquatic look, I mean, she's wearing a swimsuit. These parts for the arms look like kind of like mecha whale arm parts there. It's got like the turbine feet there for going in the water and this kind of booster on the back again, all very much looking like it's for like underwater propulsion anyway. So a really cool design, and then just kind of overall the blue and white color scheme, of course. So all right, this is number 09 in the 30-minute Sisters line. There we can see a nice close-up of the box art illustration. If you guys wanted to see the box art more closer up, here is a closer look at that. Always appreciate the box art here for these kits, very nicely done. But around here on this side of the box, we can see our included faceplate option parts. There is the kit in just kind of the basic form, the normal mode, and then we have the Vivace. I'm just going by the Japanese pronunciation there, Vivace form, and yeah, even those parts for the arms even open up to be like a sort of shark mouth there. So I guess it's more of like a shark, yeah, than a whale, right? I guess, anyway. But again, there's a look at all of the kind of armor parts that you have separated off the body, including some attachment parts. We also have an included base, which is very nice, and a couple of different poses there showing basically the art for the front of the box recreated there with the kit, which is cool. Around on the other side, a look at how you can customize this using some parts from the marine type Portanova kit there, for example, mixing and matching some parts there from the Novaria. And with that, let's go ahead and open up the box. I did want to also mention what is the skin color for this, but I'm not sure if I've seen that around anywhere yet. I'll let you guys know. I believe this is skin color C, but here is the manual with the some credits over here on the side, which is always cool, and the box art once again, some other images of the completed kit here in a couple of different poses with the armor and without in the normal mode there, again on the back side about how you can customize this by kit bashing with 30 minutes missions and 30 minutes Sisters parts kind of put together. And then of course we do also have some of the different body parts that you can get from the different body sets available to, again, further customize your kit. On the inside here is our parts list, and we've got this next really cool section here, and I will say again, I do always appreciate the little chibi character art in amongst the instructions there in the manual. Always very fun. They give you like little tips for building, so that's cool. But if you do want to make your life a little bit easier, you can break the runners apart into different sections. So like this is all the parts for the torso and the head, for example, it looks like. All the parts for the arms, the legs, and then the equipment there. So everything's kind of broken down into sections if you want to break it down that way. Alternatively, just following the instructions just kind of normally, it does show you for building the head and torso, you're going to need all of these parts right here. It shows you exactly what you're going to use. So it's very easy. The first page is in color. After that, all the rest of the construction is going to be here in black and white throughout the rest of the manual. And I think that just about covers everything. Let's go ahead and check out the runners. All right, so first off, here is that stand, BA0 in plain clear. Then we've got our face parts here on individual runners. Here is runner 1. This is actually FPD, face parts D. Here's part number 2 for our second face option part. Runner 3 is actually the part for the neck and kind of ears, part of the inside of the head. And then runner 4 is our third and final pre-printed face option part there with different color eyes, you'll notice, but very cool. We also have this small little runner here, FC, which is just going to be this one part there for the chest. As for the rest of our runners, here is HP, J1, and J2. That's hair parts J1 and J2 there in this very light blue color. Then HA1, 2, 3, and 4 are going to be all of our hand parts here on this very familiar hand runner, which gives you parts for peace sign hands, pointing finger, open expressive hands, and open resting hands there like that. And for our A runner, this is in 3 different colors. We've got skin tone, the dark blue like for the swimsuit, and then a couple of accent parts there in white. Runner B in a very nice kind of royal blue color here is a lot of our joint parts. Runner C here in white is some connection parts there for the arms and legs, also the parts for the bottom of the feet. And then runner D is some more parts here in blue again for the arms and legs. Then we've got all of our equipment parts. That's going to be here on runner FA1. We've got 2 of those here in blue. Runner FB we also have 2 of, going to be all of our white equipment parts here. And then lastly, runner FC2 is a couple more additional parts here in gray, and that's it. Alright guys, so here she is all built up. Now this is obviously the kind of unarmored basic form that we're going to be taking a look at here first, and then we'll take a look at all the accessories and add them onto the kit to get the full effect of this. But as always, a really awesome, very simple but quick, really easy build here, and you get a really nice result. Even before we add anything else onto this, I think the kit looks fantastic just as it is. Really cool color scheme and very nice look here for this particular kit. But let's go ahead and check out all of our accessories here first. And so as it goes with 30 Minute Sisters kits, some of them certainly come with what feels like a lot more than others, and this one is one that definitely comes with a good amount of stuff. So first off, we have this display base which we'll be able to utilize, and then we have some of her option parts here. Here's two of our face option parts here. The printing and the color quality and everything on these does look really nice. Printing is very sharp, clean, it looks good. And our third face option part here has the eyes in the different color. They're in the blue eyes, so that gives you a nice option there and a different expression too, so that's always very nice. If you wanted to customize by adding parts here on the chest, you can replace that chest part with this one, which will give you a hard point there, and then we have an additional piece here too. We plug this piece onto there. That gives you a 2 hardpoint system that you can have here on the front of the chest for plugging different option parts onto there. And then similarly, we have a similar piece for like here on the back. This one just plugs into either the lower back there or the upper back, wherever you might want to put this in. It gives you a couple of hard points. Also a C-clip joint there for being able to add more stuff onto the back. And then we have our usual option parts for like here at the thigh, replacing this white ring with one that has a hard point sticking out on the side of that. And the same thing up here, one which will fit around the wrist and give you an attachment point, and then one which will replace this white ring in the upper arm and give you an attachment point there. One more option adapter part is this one, which we can use if you wanted to plug this head onto a 30 Minutes missions kit, then you can do that by using this adapter piece. And then for making the more armored form, the Vivace form, we're going to change some parts. So here on the top of the head, there's a little part that we're going to take out, and maybe you guys can see that on there, and we're going to replace that with this just decorative piece to add onto the top of the head there. We have this sort of like a turbine engine sort of looking part that we're going to add onto the back here as well, actually into the lower back here like that, and that's also going to serve as the place where we're going to plug our display base here for that right into there. Our option hands are going to include these closed fists. We also have these open expressive hands. In addition to that, we also have open resting hands, weapon holding hands here. Then we also have pointing hands and peace sign hands in here for a lot of very nice hand options. And the main event is our equipment here. So these are going to be the parts that we're going to replace on the arms. Basically from that white ring down, you're going to remove that arm and just replace it here with this part. These kind of like shark head attack arms, and you can pop open the mouth here for this too. You can see we have all these like little teeth in there and everything even. And while there's not an attachment point straight in the back, there is one inside of here. So if you do want to have this actually like holding onto something, you could be able to use like one of the adapter connection pieces, like stick it into there, and then have this to actually be holding onto some sort of weapon or something as well. It's certainly an option, especially as the jaw does have like this kind of double joint, so you can kind of bend it out and then bend it back down to have it so it should be able to hold stuff actually really quite well. And similarly, here is our leg parts, and this is once again just going to replace the leg from that white ring down. You're going to give it these kind of engine legs here. You do have a kind of knee joint, quote unquote, sort of knee joint as it were. That's just going to bend there. This bottom part does rotate, I guess, if you would want it to rotate. And you could also just remove this part entirely, and you could put an effect part into there too, which I think could also look kind of cool. Just replace that with an effect part inside there, coming out the bottom at the leg. I think would look pretty interesting. But all right, let's go ahead and take a look at the kit and some different poses. As for the articulation of it, obviously it's going to be very nicely articulated, as we've seen with the 30 Minutes missions and then 30 Minute Sisters line as well. These kits, one of the things that's really nice about these kits is just that they're very simple and easy in terms of their construction, but they're also very nicely articulated and detailed. So it's, again, Bandai really doing a lot to maximize the effect of a small amount of parts here with these kits. And like I said at the start of the review section here, I feel like this one certainly comes with a lot. It certainly gives you a fair amount, well anyway, a fair amount of stuff in the box compared to what we've seen in some of the other releases. So we have our main kind of swappable armor pieces, which would be the optional arms and legs parts, which I like how they have like the whole aquatic theme to them, which is really cool just as far as the design goes, but they also feel like pretty substantial as option parts, kind of accessories that you have here for this kit. And then just having a ton of hand options is also really nice. And then I also like our face options with this one. They're a pretty good range of expressions, so if you want to be able to do a lot of different poses or something with this kit, then you certainly can do that. And aside from all the options that we have here in the box and how highly customizable these kits are in general, I mean, with all this stuff here, there is still so much more that you could absolutely do with this, but just by using getting some of the different option parts or getting multiples of the kit and just kind of mixing and matching parts. And then obviously kit bashing with the 30 minutes missions kits and everything as well. But aside from that, I think the base kit is also just really nice in this case. I think the character design and everything for this one looks really good, so I'm happy with it. Let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comment section below. What do you think about this release in the 30 Minute Sisters line? Got a bunch more 30 Minute Sisters stuff to get caught up on to share with you guys, so stay tuned for that here in the near future. But as always, if you guys want to check out some of this stuff for yourself, you can check the link in the video description to USA Gundam Store. Got all sorts of 30 minutes missions, 30 minute sisters, and everything else from Bandai there on the website for you guys. And so as always, if you would like to leave a like, make sure you're subscribed. It really helps out a lot. Leave a comment, let me know what you think about the kit. And thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. I'll see you next time.